Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spring Creek server, where behind me you can see the base build of the mob farm that I'm building. In the creative world, I have it mostly working, so we'll go over there and check that out. But I hope you enjoyed the time lapse there of me putting this together so far. There's still a lot to do, I still have to bring all the villagers over. I have at least 8 or 10 villagers that need to go into this. I need to bring the wolves over. We're going to use the wolves partly to take care of the skeletons, move the skeletons around, kill some strays. We got to make a whole lot of iron golems in this farm. So there's still a lot to do here. But for the most part, you can see, if I can come down here, and I guess I'll go in the cheaty cam quick. So we have to use the path blocks in here because I don't want anything spawning on these. This is where the mobs are going to separate. So skeletons and zombies are going to drop from the holes here. And then the zombies will come this way because I'll have a villager over here. So the zombies will aggro right away on the villager. And then over here, up here, I'm going to have iron golems, and the skeletons will aggro on the iron golems and go that way. But in this area here, there are slime chunks. I think where I have the deep slate here is a slime chunk. So we definitely do not want slimes spawning on here, messing anything up. The creepers will be taken that way, and they'll come out over here and drop down. I'm still not quite sure how we're going to take care of the creepers because I love to do interesting things on how we take care of the creepers. So we'll see what happens there. On the creative world, I just have them dropping and taking fall damage and then dying on I think a fire. So let's jump into the cheaty cam here quick, and we'll go up through and look at what we have here. So there's 10 spawning platforms, and we go 6 wide. Then there's a lot of spawning spaces here, a lot more than previously. You can see each one of these spots. If you've watched any of the previous episodes, this will look familiar. So there's a lot going on in here. The last thing I finished, which you just saw, was putting these towers in to fire these. And I switched this here so that all the minecarts won't go at the same time. This side will go, and then 4 ticks later, this side will go, and then that side will go, and then this side will go. So that way, all of these dispensers aren't trying to fire all at the same time. There's a lot of 8, 16, 64. There's 96 dispensers that are trying to fire all at the same time. So, and then you have all these dispensers in here as well with the water streams trying to move the mobs over. So with that, we will head over to the creative world so we can look at this thing in action. All right, here we are in the creative world. You can see there's a lot more going on here, but not so much on the base build. This was just basic things I wanted to try. This is going to be how we're going to turn the whole farm on. These calibrated skulk sensors and skulk sensors. We're gonna have a little retractable roof up here with some lava drops to keep some light in here. So when we want to turn the farm off, we can turn the farm off. So right now it's just activated here. Of course, it's not all hooked up. It's just a prototype. Right now, this one, our AFK spot is right here. So the drown will come down here. Strays will drop down the chutes right here, and the dogs will take care of them. Well, I have to take care of the drowns here with a looting sword. I do need to move this platform down when I build it on the server, though, because I think this is at negative 31, and the zombie spawner is at negative 50. I believe I have to be within 16 blocks, so I definitely will need to move that down some. So I ran this for about 15 minutes, and it looks like you get about 6,000 drops per hour. Now, again, that's without the zombie spawner down there hooked into this. So, 3,500 rotten flesh an hour, 200 copper. You get 700 arrows, 700 bones, 100 slowness arrows, and about 600 gunpowder per hour. Plus the record discs that you'll get. Some bow and arrows, some some armor that you get as well. So you get a lot of goodies. The rotten flesh, I feel like I'm just going to put that in shulker boxes. And then the villagers that I have up here, I think here we have 10 villagers. I think I'm going to turn all these villagers into clerics and have their little workstations here. And then all of the rotten flesh will have come into shulker boxes. And we'll have a chest up here somewhere with a little path to go back and forth so I can trade with these guys as clerics, because you can see how much redstone we have used in this. I go through a lot of redstone, so it's funny when guys talk about their redstone boxes, and I have like 4 or 5 redstone boxes. If I can get up and see, these are my redstone boxes that I just put together, and I still have more. I still have some of the sculpt stuff that I have to put in these. All right, back down to the farm. So some of the unique things about this farm is that the mine carts will come and they will break and get sent down this water stream and then back up and be recycled into the system. This is obviously very similar, exactly similar to Il Mango's original design, but in his design you have a hopper here that picks these up, then it gets put into a dropper and then a dispenser, and then as the dropper gets something in it, the observer sees that, powers the dispenser, shoots the minecart back up, and then it goes back so that you can fill the minecart with something over there, bring it this way, break it, all the items get spit out into the water stream, but then the hopper minecart gets picked back up. But in this case, just the minecarts, we just want them to break into the water stream without going through a hopper and a dispenser. And this works pretty good, but it's funny, the first time I built this, it worked great, and then I built it on this, and I couldn't get it to work at all, and it's because all of this has to be open on the sides and underneath. If this isn't all open under here, then it'll spit the minecarts different ways. I think I had it going too fast as well. I think I had too many minecarts coming at once, so the game couldn't process fast enough that it was supposed to break down the minecart and do an item form so it gets shot down the waterway here. So it works 99.9% of the time now. Every once in a while you'll get a minecart stuck, like right here or right here. You see, we had to add this stuff in because every once in a while you'll get that mob that'll come through on a minecart, and this way that mob will get stuck here and die on the magma blocks. So the other unique thing that I found, let's see up here, is that this will make itself its own little clock here. Which I thought was pretty cool, and so instead of doing it the way that I had done it in the previous videos, I'm just going to set it up like this. Only on the server I'm going to have 4 repeaters on 4 ticks of delay each. So that way every 4 ticks you get this line will go, and then that line will go 4 ticks later, or 8 ticks later, I'm sorry. Let's put that back. So this was an interesting find that I hadn't really seen before anywhere. So other than that, it's all kind of your basic stuff. The gunpowder, 600 gunpowder an hour, isn't bad, but I do have, so when I first started this server, I built a gunpowder farm above my waterfall base, and I still have tons of gunpowder from that. And then above that, then I tore that one down, and then I built a gunpowder farm that uses snow golems that's also connected to a sculk farm below it. So I have plenty of gunpowder. I'm not really making this farm for gunpowder. I'm more making it for copper. And I know you can make copper farms in the end that are a lot more efficient. This is just a big giant contraption that I wanted to see if I can get every mob, every hostile mob that I can farm up possible in this. So this is phase 1, and we're going to have witches, zombies, drown, skeletons, strays, creepers. And then in phase 2, we're going to implement the guardian farm up here. So we'll get guardians, and we'll get all the squids and glow squids and stuff like that over there when we implement phase 2. So, but for right now, I got to get back to work. I got to get this thing finished and built on the server. It's going to be joyous bringing some villagers over, bringing some wolves over. I got to find wolves first of all to bring them over. Villagers, I have villagers. I probably just drag them across the roof of the nether, but I do have to find the wolves. So until then, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.